So this is the whole sports stadium, looking like an overgrazed area. This facility was built in 1957 according to records, and since then it is yet to see any facelift, any major facelift. Unfortunately, a game between the Black Starlets and Home Stars went awry yesterday. Within 15 minutes of the game, it rained heavily and the pitch got flooded, causing the game to come to an abrupt end. The game was replayed earlier this morning at around 11 a.m., but that was not the expectation of sport-loving fans who thronged the place yesterday to witness the game. They couldn't help but throw tantrums.
So this is the situation at the whole sports stadium, and rightly expected, no competitive football game can be played on this surface at this particular venue if it rains.
Unfortunately, NSA staff, or the National Sports Authority staff who work from within the whole sports stadium, were unavailable for comment on this matter since morning. But we met some stakeholders within the space who told us their frustrations.
We believe that we deserve better. If you look at the other regions, talk about Cape Coast, Takoradi, Tamale, they have stadiums built in the elsewhere, Kufuor's administration prior to the 2008 AFCON. We believe that as a region, we are producing a lot of talent. When it comes to football, we also have players that are also serving the national teams. And therefore, we believe that as media, as football-loving fans, stakeholders, we need a stadium. So yesterday, we saw what happened at the whole sports stadium. Indeed, the place was flooded, and you saw the videos on social media. It tells you how embarrassing it was that we have a national under-17 team coming down here to prepare for the Waffle Zone B tournament, of course, the African Youth Championship, only to meet such embarrassing moments with our own Division 2 side. It's very embarrassing, and we saw how the fans were very angry. And one concerning thing was the fact that they believe that the leaders, the politicians, the opinion leaders have neglected their own.
This, however, is not the only sports stadium in Ho. There is another which is named the Youth Resource Center being constructed close to Adakluchiepe, and that project was started in 2017 with a promise by the government to ensure its completion in 9 months. 9 months. 5 years on, the facility is still yet to be completed. The FA chairman, or the Football Association chairman for the Volta region, has been expressing the frustration of sports-loving fans in the Volta region.
All the efforts our predecessors have done, we haven't taken over from 2019. In fact, let me take you back a little bit. Somewhere 2014, this field was completely closed down. And for almost 2 years, it was closed down. Football activities were not going on. And we were really, really struggling. That also affected development of talent in the whole community and the region as whole. So it had to take 2-3 people to bring it back to the state it has been till today. But last year, we tried to fix few things again. And then this Volta Fair came. And then you can see clearly that the field have been affected. We're expecting that our authorities, as they promise, will come and fix it. But at the point we realized that it wasn't forthcoming, so we had to meet the director of ERCC, the Executive Council of the Volta Regional Football Association, had to meet the director of ERCC. And then he gave us his words, to be honest. But I think that we haven't seen the fulfillment of the words before the unacceptable situation of yesterday. So we made efforts.
We also know that they are constructing a new field close to Adakluchiepe, a youth resource center, which is supposed to also help serve as a stadium. It was started in 2017. There was a promise to finish it in 9 months. 2017 to 2022. That's about 5 years now. What response have you been given? Have you followed up, and what response have you been given?
Thank you once again. Before the 2020 elections, as council, we called on the regional minister, and we were hosted by he himself, and then at a later time, his deputy. We mentioned about that new facility they were building, and then he gave us his words that there have been some challenges, and then it was resolved, and that they were going to complete it in no time. And then we haven't seen that happen.
Despite its state, sports-loving fans and athletes in the Volta region are still managing the space. Once a while, you see hockey being played here, you see basketball ongoing, and sometimes football activities. But today, we've met a coach training a young athlete, and we'll find out from him how the nature of the place has been affecting his job as a coach. Please tell me your full name.
My name is Edu Frank Kujo.
Okay. How long now have you been coaching?
Actually, we started this business just about 2 years now.
We see that there is no track, and even the area for track is a little muddy when it rains. How is that affecting your training activities?
That is the most difficult aspect of this place. This thing has been there for a number of years now. We have been also preaching to the leaders to come, to our assistant to come and help us maintain the park, and they are also trying their best. But the most important thing is that they have to hurry up and come and assist us to maintain the park. Actually, it's very, very difficult in training, using them. Normally, we have to use the middle of the park to do most of the training. So even this afternoon, I'm forced, because we have a competition ahead, so I'm forced to send her outside the field.
So what if there were a good track, a good field? Would you have gotten more people interested in athletics?
Yes. A lot of people were eager to come by because of the nature of the park. Most of parents don't want to allow their kids to come, otherwise they will be hurt. So that is one of the most important things. It's not attractive at all. So that is the toughest aspect of it.
So what's your request? I mean, I know you're part of the athletics body in the region, and we also know that there is a youth resource center being built, which should have tracks, at least alternative tracks for you to use in trainings. What's the message that you've been giving on that facility?
So far, the message given to us that they are on it. They are preparing, they are making provision towards it. So we are also waiting, praying to God that God should draw their attention so that they will come closer and do it fast for us.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome, my brother.
So until such a time when the government truly comes to conclude work either on the Chirpe Youth Resource Center or rehabilitate the whole sports stadium, sports-loving fans in the Volta region might have to endure the current one we have in their trainings and competitions. For City News, I'm Benjamin Aklama.